In New Zealand in 1967, George McCann opened an amusement park for children and teens, calling it the Thrills and Fun Amusement Park. The park was an instant hit for the locals. The nearby forest was unaffected by its building, so the locals saw no problem about its opening. No expense was spared in the building of the park, even being rated by a local newspaper, a local Disneyland. So it was a shock to all when it abruptly closed down in 1981. A fence was made around the park and no one was allowed to enter, or the police would have to get involved. It was a shame it closed, but there were definite reasons. A month after the park opened, repairs had to be made for a few of the attractions. One was the dino ride. The ride consisted of singular little carts that drove slowly along into a path of trees, and alongside the trees were models of dinosaurs. When driving along, the cart goes out of sight from the people who run it, and the people waiting to get on next. Strange things began happening on the ride. Carts that went behind other carts ended up in front of the first one on the way back. Carts would take twice as long to get around the track as they would usually take. And at one point, when the dino ride was being tested, the workers sent 6 carts one after another into the track to see if they worked, but only 5 came back. But the strangest thing about the ride is that the people on the carts seemed unaffected by what was happening. They didn't even seem to notice that sometimes the carts that went behind them ended up in front of them when they came back. Another possible reason was the sky coaster. Parts of the track on the roller coaster would randomly break. This was strange because the sky coaster was made of steel. When parts of the track broke, the pieces were never found. The park closed down soon after a figure was spotted wandering around the park. The person appeared to be male. He had dark black hair which seemed to be spiked with gel. The person looked about 20 years of age, quite young. This man had been spotted in the background of some family photos from the park. In every picture, he was looking at the camera, his head tilted slightly. He always had a large smile on his face. People who looked at any photo he was in felt, quoting from a staff member, uneasy. The man was never identified, and any staff working at the entrance didn't remember seeing the man enter any box, though this is unreliable information, since staff don't remember everyone they see in the park. In security camera footage, it showed the man getting onto 2 rides, the dino ride and the sky coaster. Didn't take me too long to figure out something weird about that. To confirm my fears, it showed the man getting on the ride soon before anything strange happened on them. Security footage never shows the man getting off either ride, but as I suspected, no one noticed a thing at the time. The reason the park closed down was because of the death of a 14-year-old boy. He was found mutilated in the dino ride trees. Minutes before his death, he had a family picture taken. In the picture was the strange man. Only this time, he was right behind the 14-year-old boy. The strange man had the same look on his face as he did in every other picture he was in. The tilted head and the horrible grin. Thanks for sticking around to the end. And if you enjoyed today's story, make sure to leave a like. And if you want more like it, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a story. If you need more now, why not check out my Creepypasta playlist? I'll leave that on this card, and I'll catch you in the next story.